Om Sarvadharma Sthapakastvam Sarvadharma Swarupakah Acharyanam Mahacharyo Ramakrishna Yate Namaha. So handling stress, worries, anxieties, all things, our friends, handling them. Of course, these all things we know very well because in our daily life we experience. So there is nothing new about it. I don't think there is a single person in this audience who has not experienced even once this anxiety, worry, etc. But still, to explain clearly, I'll give an example. There was a family, middle class family, mother, father, husband, wife, and this one son. Everything going on well. Husband was working in some company, getting sufficient salary. They were not rich. With that salary, they could fulfill their minimum needs. And wife also was happy, whole family was happy, but that husband, he wanted to be very rich person. He had ambition of becoming rich person. So every month he used to purchase, as soon as his salary is over, he used to purchase some lottery tickets. He used to waste money in that, but never he got lottery. One day, along with when he was checking his lottery tickets, maybe 4 or 5 tickets, his maid servant, who was working for some few rupees, she came and she gave one lottery ticket to him to be checked. And to his surprise, he found that she has won that lottery, 25 lakhs. But she did not know, she was ignorant. So he told her that you have lost that lottery ticket, miss, you did not get. And he took that money. Though he enjoyed that, purchased house, company started, all, he became rich person, but in mind he was never happy. He was never satisfied because something wrong he has done that he knew. And whole family knew, but that secret was hidden. So not even single day he had peace of mind. So same thing happens with us also. That all worries, anxieties, we are the responsible people for that. No one else. If we know the analysis, then we can get rid of them. We need not handle. Why should we handle worries, anxieties? Why should we invite unwanted guest, troublesome guest, and handle him? Better to shut the door for that guest. So, if we learn, if we train our mind to derive joy, to find out joyful moments, peaceful moments, then there is no question of any worries or anxiety or anything like any negative feelings. So our Gita, Bhagavad Gita, it gives very nice analysis. If we keep that in mind, then immediately we can understand where to stop, how to stop worrying. So it says, Gita says, Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa Sangasteshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati. So these are the steps. How the attachment starts and how it leads to destruction. Very clear analysis. Dhyayato Vishayan Pumsa. First comes thinking. Something attracts us, something or somebody, some person. And then Sangaha develops, attraction. I want that. If I have that thing, then I'll be happy. That is the first stage. But this happens in the mind, so we very conveniently we ignore these things. Because we are not introspective. We are not watchful of our own mind. We watch very carefully about others' actions, but not our own mind. So that's why they say, mind your mind. So dhyayato, first comes thinking. When we see any object, any attractive thing, particularly it happens in the shopping complex. Many unnecessary things we purchase because of these attractions. First we purchase useful things. Oh, we know that. We take a list. Afterwards, we see something. Oh, this will be useful. This I can use here. Though it is not needed at the time, but only because of attraction. If we see the Holy Mother's things or life, then we can understand with how minimum things a household can be managed. At the same time, many people, their houses are full of things, but still they feel a lack of something. So this is how their mind is trained. That's why training of mind is very important. Ultimately, everything comes to the mind. So in the situation of our happiness, we think falsely that don't have any more worries or anxiety. I am happiest person in the world. This happens in everybody's life. That moment we don't feel, but those are all hidden. So there was a newly married couple, and husband was very busy in his work as usual. He did not have fine time to take his wife anywhere. So one day they decided that he will come home in the evening little early, and that day they will go for movie. So he came home as promised. They got ready, and they were about to set out of their house. At that very moment, one guest came. They were very much upset. Now what to do? That guest was also a very close person. They could not avoid him. They had a few exchange of greetings. And they both went inside. Couple went inside and they planned something to drive away that guest. They cannot say directly, you go. They cannot say. So they planned. What they planned? This husband said, see, I will make some sound on cot or something on wall, as if I am beating you. Pretend. And you pretend that you are weeping and wailing. Scream loudly. So that guest will become frightened and he will run away. That was the plan. So they started acting. Some sound, and then the guest outside, he was sitting quietly. So he started hearing all sorts of sounds, beating, weeping, wailing. What is happening, he did not know. And after 5 minutes, when this husband opened the door from inside, he found that guest has disappeared. So their plan was successful, mission was successful. So they both came out happily. Now again they were ready to go out. And then husband was saying, see how I pretended, as if I was really beating you. Then wife also said, see how I also pretended, as if I am really weeping. Then guest comes from below the cot and says, how I pretended, I also have gone. So these anxieties, worries, they pretend that as if they have gone, but they will be there, hidden. So that is why best way to accept the thing as they are, instead of applying or attaching our own interpretation. So there are so many ways. Our Vedanta gives an example of stump of a tree. So what happens? There is a tree, half-cut tree, and in the dark, nobody can see. Somebody sees somebody standing. Suppose police is crossing that road. He will think that there is a thief is going to enter in that village so that he can steal the things. If thief is passing through that road, then he will think police is standing and guarding the village. If any other person, he will see the friend is standing or ghost is there. But only the person who goes near and sees himself, he will find nothing but it is a stump of tree. And he will be at peace because he knows the reality. Our problem is that we do not know the reality. We do not attempt to know the reality even. But we interpret according to our perception. So that interpretation causes the problem because it is not based on the reality. So when we come across truth, there is no question of interpretation. When there is light, we need not have to prove theoretically how it is light. It is light, we can see that everything. When it is dark, we need not have to prove it is dark. So similarly, so our own mind creates problem. Manayeva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo, Gita says. And this uddaret atmanatmanam means our own mind becomes our enemy or friend. It depends upon how we treat our mind. So that's why this vairagya is very important. That is detachment. Vairagya means immediately we remember, we get frightened by the word of vairagya. Oh, we have to leave home, everything, and then we have to become sannyasi somewhere. That is not a conception of vairagya at all. Vairagya means detachment. So this, our Bhartrahari, he puts in very beautiful way, what is this vairagya is? He says, Bhoge roga bhayam kule chuti bhayam vitte nrupalad bhayam mane dainya bhayam bale ripu bhayam rupe jaraya bhayam shastre vada bhayam gune khala bhayam kaye kritantad bhayam sarvam vastu bhayanvitam bhuvindranam vairagyameva bhayam. So in this world, everything is full of fear. He says, Bhoge roga bhayam. If we enjoy too much the world or things, then there will be disease, fear of disease. Kule chuti bhayam. If family is good, family is there, then there will be chuti, that means falling down, that character, loss of character, that bhaya will be there. Vitte nrupalat bhayam. If too much money is there, then tax we have to pay, kings will take, demonetization will happen, and our all 500 rupees, 1000 rupees will go. This thing will be there. Mane dainya bhayam. If we are getting too much honor, then there will be that dishonor also will be there. That bhayam will be there. Bale ripu bhayam. If we are having strength, the enemy will be more powerful. That bhaya will be there. Rupe jaraya bhayam. That is the greatest bhaya. That beauty will be lost in the old age. That bhaya will be there. Shastre vada bhayam. If we are well versed in scriptures, then other pandit will come argue and will defeat us. That bhaya will be there. So, kaye kritantat bhayam, that body has fear of death. So, then this that bhaya will be there, fear. Then audience have fear. When this speech will stop, that fear will be there. Speaker will have bhaya of whether they will understanding or not. So, everything is full of bhaya except vairagya. That detachment when we develop, when even after having all these things, we will be free from all the fear and anxiety. For that, but this vairagya, to develop vairagya, we need lot of strength. You can imagine a bucket of water which is dirty, muddy water. We have to lift and throw. How much strength is needed? But instead of that, if we keep under water, continuously that under tap water, then slowly that mud will flow away, and then this good water only will remain. So similarly, if we have that attitude of Sharanagati, remembering God, because every power we get from God. So, if that attitude is there, that feeling is developed. See, Sharanagati means surrendering. It includes Namajapa, Nam Sankirtan, prayer, everything. Remembering Lord, remembering always that whatever we good happens to us, anything, any situation, remembering Lord, it's accepting as Lord's prasad. So if we have that idea, if we live, then no, there will not be any worry or anxiety. Because when we go to God, that worry and anxiety are not allowed there. Access denied, it says. So this, in God's kingdom, these things won't last. So if we have that idea, then we can have life full of joy. Om Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhrita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namah.